Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Alien Addict on a fine and mysterious evening. It's very mysterious because we have the most mysterious man in the field of ufology right now because nobody really knows. This guy just came from nowhere. One day he just he interfered with my life. Just like he was poking the alien addicts and just going, what you doing? What you doing? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm bringing you on right now.
Yeah.
You're right, Rich.
Yeah. And it went down the wrong way. That's all,
There's only one way, mate. There's only one way. It's only one way. It's only one. We have two guests. Well, not guests. The part of the Alien Addict life right now. Rich GUFON. He will be entering the atmosphere very soon. He's just getting his thumbnail finished for his show. I'm just glad he's not asleep. And Lee may be joining us along with a couple of other guests tonight, but Lee's having real difficulty. He's babysitting right now at somebody's house, and he's had problems with his internet on his phone trying to enter. But I think he's only got about 20 gig of data on his phone, so that'll a stream would eat his data. But he's going to try and get the Wi-Fi code because the people who he's sitting for who changes the router code? Who does that?
I do.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah, all the time.
Right. So it's somebody like you that we want to watch out for that.
Yeah, and what I did was once for a while I changed my router name to COVID-19 test mast, just to scare the neighbors.
We were speaking just beforehand, and I wanted to wait for Rich to speak about this, but you were talking about the UFO community. Oh, thank you very much, Heather Birdie.
Oh.
You're the best alien addict. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I know everything about UFOs. There's nobody that knows more than me about this field. I am. Move over, Corbell. Move over. Love Heather. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. You were speaking about the guys in general, the people in the chat, the people on Twitter, everybody being vulnerable.
Yeah. I was. Well, I've only just joined back on Twitter, so obviously it's all new, and I've been on about a week and a half, 2 weeks now, and my impression is that there's a lot of people who are quite vulnerable in terms of the UFO community. I think there's a lot of people that are absolutely sort of desperate to find some kind of meaning to humanity and its position in the universe, and they're very, very vulnerable, I think, to what we'd call ideological capture. And that would be where people you build a big narrative around a utopia or something like that, and they'll corral these people and get them to be activists on their behalf for whatever they want to do. And I think it's one of the things that we've all got to watch out for. So if everybody starts to look at my Twitter, I'm going to start publishing articles on my WordPress called Paradigm Parachute. So I'll be starting to publish a few articles, just really about how we're vulnerable to be captured, politically, ideologically, and how we avoid being manipulated. So that's one of the things that I'd like to give to the UFO community.
I couldn't agree. So I've met a lot of people along this journey. Some great people in the community that want to tell their story. But I know what you're saying there, Rich, because there does seem to be some of these people, they get preyed on because they think these are some of the most cleverest people that I have met, by the way. But I think certain people take advantage of that. of their beliefs, and they can easily. Some of the people in the community are easily swayed,
Hmm.
and I've seen that. I've seen it. Just look at how much the community has split down the middle,
Hmm.
and that has been. It's in my opinion, that was very geniusly done.
Hmm.
Geniusly done. I'm not even going to hazard a guess to why it's been done in terms of the UFO field, but I've seen over the last 7 years something very strange happen. It's odd.
Right, right. Yeah, definitely. I've just seen a note in the thing about my mic being super loud. Is that any better?
See, it sounds fine to me, but I've got you turned right down.
Right, that could be it.
No, you seem okay to me. Thank
Yeah.
you for the super chat, my friend. Hang tight, hangs tight. And he sent me a suitcase. Pack your bags, alien addict. Bugger off. On holiday. I wish I was on holiday. I could do with one. Zach Diacast in the chat. Beautiful man. Zach, I have actually sent you an invite for tonight's show, my friend, because he's an interesting chap, Rich. He's one that's been on the interviews before.
Mhm.
The people of this community, though, from somebody who's not a content creator, that's just been in it, speaking to the people in the chat, um, going on different channels. When you say vulnerable, what do, who do you think's vulnerable? Do you think it's some of the people that have had experiences, or just the people that want to believe something?
Well, I think there's a lot of different kinds of.
Rich, you're very low now. You've gone really
Right.
low.
Okay, hold on. How's that now?
That's
Any-
perfect.
Okay.
You see, you sound fine to me.
All right. So, yeah, there's different kinds of vulnerability. I mean, there's the first kind of vulnerability. Yeah, you're right. You've got the experiencers who have probably been sort of treated quite badly in terms of their beliefs, and their anger can easily be motivated. And I've been talking to a few people where just one sort of slightly off the cuff mark has created quite what I would suggest is a bit of an over emotional reaction, which is okay, but you know uh, when you're that easily provoked, it's very easy for that anger to be channeled and exploited by somebody. Um, uh, y- One of the things that you can see about that is that people start to intellectualize that anger and absolve you of responsibility of it by passing blame onto other people, and it's generally the people that they want to attack. So that's one way that people can do that. If you're feeling bad, if you're getting angry all the time, that's not your fault, that's the fault of all of these other people who happen to be my enemies. So I will have a go at them on your behalf, and they can't get back at me because I'm protecting you. Do you know what I mean? And it's that kind of paradigm. So there's that. So there's that one, and then there's the other ones where a lot of people are a bit frightened of of what was I going to say? Yes, there's all the other people that want to believe, want to be vindicated in their beliefs, and there's two separate paths to all of this, isn't there? There's the people that believe and that they want it vindicated. There's the people that are highly skeptical, and they want their belief vindicated as well. And they've been hived off into various different parts. So you've got Lou and Greer in one side, and you've got Mick West and some of the others down the other side. And I think a lot of people just have to realize that okay, we've got facts, and we can all agree what the facts are, and what we extrapolate those from those facts are beliefs, all of us. And until we get to the bottom of whether our beliefs are true or not. We have to just recognize them as beliefs and go, okay, this is my belief. I know it might not be right, but a lot of people consider their beliefs to be facts, and that's dangerous.
I think pretty much the majority of people in this field, are playing a guessing game when it comes to ufology. You know, that um, there's a lot of hope when it
Mm,
comes to the field. People just clutching at straws almost. It's I've had so many people telling me what's going to happen. You know, making big bold statements of things that are going to come down the line, and I've
mhm,
heard this so many times, and it's almost like this subject is being sold to these people, which is
mm,
why I try to stay very much on the fence with this subject and don't pick any side.
mhm,
Bec- I think there's a big danger when you pick a side that I mean, let's take Star Wars for instance. I've been watching the Star Wars trilogy, all of it, even the last three, which were terrible, with my little boy because he wanted to play the new Lego Star Wars game. So I said, "Well, you've not watched all the films. You need to watch all the films so we can play them together. Then you might understand them."
mhm,
But looking at those films and, when you've got these 2 sides split down the middle and y people trying to turn people to their side, I see that with this field so much, people trying to make people believe their views, and it's become very, very political, and I hate that aspect of it because I'm not a political person at all. I
mhm,
hate politics.
mhm.
But it's been brought massively into this field. I think you said to Lou that Lou Evangeles that
Mm,
was on the show.
yeah.
What did you say to him? Now you said something about stop being. Uh, what did you say now? Something about he was being a bit political with stuff, and you like you.
Yeah. Oh, oh,
Is it,
right. Using the implied suffering of other people
yes,
as a stick to beat everybody else with. Yeah, yeah. But that's
with
what I'm
this
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
subject,
Hmm.
we it's odd. What did you make of the congressional hearing?
Hearing was interesting in the fact that almost everybody in there didn't really know what they were talking about a lot of the time. I thought the politicians were very very just scratching the surface. So I've got another one saying my mic's too loud again.
Well, just turn it down like
Oh,
a little.
it has gone up. Yeah, that's weird.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's probably the aliens, mate.
could be. Is that any better, guys? Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
have you seen the guy? Have you seen Dark Sky Files? The channel. He's
No,
in
I
the
don't.
chat. He's going to be joining us when he's finished driving.
Oh, Brill, that's great.
And Rich is joining us when he's finished. Rich, where are you? When he's finished doing his thumbnail. That I thought it was terrible. So many people that was happy about that, but now that it's just me and you, I'm gonna tell you my feelings on it. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was so poorly organized,
Hmm.
which in a way is probably a good thing that it wasn't organized because it came natural. But nobody, when they were talking about cases, they knew about as much as I do when it comes to ufology. I told you this a bit, many times, Rich. I'm a people person. The people that interest me behind the field.
Hmm.
That's what I like. But these guys that was doing a congressional hearing and they were talking about different cases, it just seemed like they knew nothing
Yeah,
about the
absolutely
subject.
nothing. Yeah, yeah.
And when they started to show that piece of UFO footage as well, they butchered that. They couldn't even they didn't even prepare stills. Nothing.
Yeah. It wasn't very good at all, and I get the impression that they just rushed in. They said I've just got to sit in this hearing. I don't think they prepared for it at all. A couple of videos, that was it. Nothing. Maybe a document that they've got to sit and read. And I do wonder whether there was much more content in the private hearing, because obviously, and there's so many times they had to mention privacy and secrecy. So there's very little that we're going to hear about publicly yet.
Do you know what I'm going to do, Rich? Do you think I should do what we were discussing earlier? Do you think we?
Yeah.
You think I should?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sod it. If anybody comes on naked, though, Rich, it's your fault.
Okay.
Okay, so I've never done this. Lee's going to be kicking himself because he's asked me to do this so many times. But I'm going to put the link in the description for the show at my own peril.
This
So
is
if anybody,
StreamYard, yeah.
this is the StreamYard link. So if anybody wants to come on and speak about the subject, or just come on and call me a tosser, it's fine. Just don't be naked. Well, be semi-naked. If from the bottom end, if you've got nothing on here, but we could just see a t-shirt or whatever, that's fine. I'm naked down here. That's fine. I always am every single show. At my own peril. There we go. There's the link. Just try it. If anybody does come and join the chat, join in, just make sure that you haven't got it blaring out the TV so we can hear itself. Otherwise, I might have to mute you. But yeah, we'll there's some good people in the chat that have been on the show as well. Obviously, everybody who's been on the show, more than welcome. This show, this channel for me, and I've said this so many times, people are like, why don't you stream every single day? You would grow a lot quicker if you streamed every single day. I think I got 200 and something videos up. I'm quite proud with the people that we get, the caliber that we get, everything about it. But I quite like just doing that one show a week because it keeps it my hobby rather than the job.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be cool to have it as a job if but there's that risk aspect with a job that you've got to and I think we spoke about this with my boys' third phase. There's that risk that everybody gives them shit, but they have to put the content out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't put the content out, then you don't have a job. That's the problem.
Yeah.
In this field, I couldn't do it every day. I couldn't come on and speak by myself like Rich does. I used to do, how I started out, and it was just a show where it was me speaking for 15 minutes about a case and my views on whatever was going on in the world when it came to this field. But to do it 24/7, to speak about this subject is hard work. There's only so much I think you can speak of. This is why I like ranting about it and just having this place just for people just to vent the frustrations with it. It's a bit. I know it's a very much a drama channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's once a week. I think is good. Maybe twice. It's like going down the bar and talking with your friends about the important things that happen in the week. UFO isn't that fast moving in terms of disclosure and things like that. If you had absolutely breaking new stuff every single day, then you would have enough content to do it, and it would be almost like a current affairs program, with maybe a panel. But I think once a week is good enough. It gives you enough content and enough to go on about. Yeah.
Do you think
definitely.
people get bored of us speaking about Lou?
Yeah,
I don't think Lou gets bored of people speaking about it. I bet he likes it. You know,
You know,
even
and
even
yeah,
even the negative.
and I hope he's starting to develop a bit of a sense of humor, because I have a feeling maybe he is, but you have to sell it to him. He doesn't quite have the dry sense of humor that us British have. It can be quite problematic sometimes with
Well, I
people
think I
abroad.
mean, me with the background he has, is
Mhm.
if everything's true, the guy's probably been through a lot, and he maybe doesn't have a sense of humor anymore. You know.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It really is. And I feel for anybody coming out of the army. Where I work, they have involved in a program where they get people from the military in, and they uh, they have 3 to 6 months there to see whether they want to work, and places can be found for them. So. It is good for them moving out of that life into civilian life, and how that's going to work. But the question is, has Lou moved into a civilian life properly, or is he still? Seems to me he's still got one foot in the secret services in one way or another. There's been a recent revelation, hasn't there, that he's working for Space Force as a advisor for them. I don't know how true
Yeah,
that
I
is.
heard that. I did
Mhm.
hear that on the grapevine. I also hear people saying that the guy should have, for everything they've done, should have been arrested.
Mhm.
I don't think he would have done all the stuff that he's done, if I'm honest, at the risk of being arrested.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. It really does depend. The It depends so much on what is actually happening behind the scenes, and whether what he's talking about is actually true or not. And these are the things that we don't know. The fact that the hearing has a classified section also tells me that there is things behind the scenes that we don't know about. And once again, that you're in that magical belief place where we aren't in um, possession of all of the facts, and it's about getting the belief, and getting rid of those beliefs and turning them into facts, and not being unhappy when they don't turn out to be right, your beliefs.
Who do you go to these days and trust in this field? I'm talking about
I,
the bigger
yeah.
people. The people that are making bold statements.
uh well, you can't trust anybody, really. I don't think. I think everybody's got a bit of an agenda. I think to be honest, the closest person to all of this, I actually think the most trustful is probably it's got to be, and I know this sounds really stupid, because most people say that he's not trustworthy, and that is Lou, unfortunately. Because if you look at a lot of the other people that are trying to deliver, uh, the big movers and shakers like Greer, etc., etc., they've all got problematic aspects to them. And we can talk about some of the problematic aspects with Lou, but we haven't really seen a big commercial interest by him at the moment. We can sit there and go, okay, yeah, he's got a book coming out soon, but that's it. I'm not seeing anything huge about him earning lots and lots of money. He talks about the appearance fees that he had for unidentified. That won't have been much. He might get the odd repeat fee if it's being played over abroad somewhere or in other countries, but it won't be that amount of money. Uh, so, what is he doing?
Manny would disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah, I think Manny thinks the guy's earned quite a little bit of money off the back of this.
Mm. I'll have to relook at that that Who's Lou of his.
The Who's
Yeah.
Lou. Well, it's back up. It got. I mean, you've got to ask yourself, why did it take? Why did they? Why did he piss off enough people for it to get taken down?
Mm.
There's something there. I mean, I asked Lou Evangeles about his interview with Stephen when he asked Stephen about him being a woman beater and what have you, and that came from somebody called, I forgot his name,
Richard Butt,
something
wasn't
Richard
it?
Butt. Yeah, that
Mm.
blatantly came from, in my opinion, somebody that is in the know, that didn't want him to release certain things, because it's interesting that video that he did about Lou and the people
Hmm.
behind the scenes came out straight away after, and he started to speak about that, and then all of a sudden Lou starts asking these questions that just seemed so strange. And we asked, we had Rather Be Squidding on, I think it was last week,
Hmm.
and I asked him, "Did you know that he was going to ask that?" And they didn't have a clue that Lou was going to ask that.
Hmm.
So yeah, I do think that they think that is Lou. Whether it is Lou or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I I,
Yeah.
I think they do believe that.
Mm. It is interesting. And just today, they were covering Chris Letter's balloon flight, haven't they? I saw a bit of it. So this is Chris doing his data capture project, and he was selling it, wasn't he, online for some kind of cryptocurrency
Oh, the
investment.
crypto. Never got
Yeah,
into that.
yeah,
Never wanted to risk it. Risky Bob. Skinny Bob. He keeps changing his name. Good luck for
rickety.
tonight's show. We need it. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we've got Jennifer. Jennifer, my good Jennifer, come join us. The link is there. Boom.
Mm,
Anybody in the chat, come and join us tonight. This is why it was kind of planned. That's that is why it's there. Come shake your TikTok,
you
Tic
don't,
Tacs, your
yeah,
Tic Tacs.
you don't have to share your face. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a microphone,
Hey,
just
no,
connect. Yeah.
Jen's been on.
Oh,
Jen's
has
been
she?
on. Yeah, she worked for Stephen Greer briefly.
Oh,
I'm trying to open my bottle. It's stuck. Help me out. Help a dyslexic man out there.
Jennifer
Rich,
Sayami, are you kidding? There are people in this field with more evidence and have no commercial interest. Well,
mm,
come and talk to us about it, Jennifer.
Jennifer, you know you're welcome on anytime. Need to get her back on a one-to-one basis. That lady knows a lot of stuff when it comes to the field. It's a wise lady, and I appreciate the support, Jen. Yeah, I think the field is an absolute mess, Rich. I think it's going to get worse. I really do.
I
Before it gets
agree.
better,
Yeah.
not to be negative, but this field is worrying.
Well, unfortunately, the politicians have got hold of it now,
Mm.
and
The
unfortunately as
fun's
well.
gone.
Yeah, unfortunately as well. And I'm not saying this because the politicians are bad or anything, because they're coming in from a position of ignorance, so they're on a learning curve. So we don't know. One of the things that I was pleased about the hearing was that there was no political backbiting. They did seem to all be wanting to get to the bottom of it. But saying that, the difficulty with the politicians is that it's the same people that have the ear to the politicians, so they're gatekeeping that relationship as well at the moment. Hi, Rich.
Hey, Rich.
How you doing?
We're talking politics, Rich.
Yeah.
We know you love politics.
I do. Is it UFO politics?
Well, kind of. We were just talking about the hearing, and we were just saying that although UFO Twitter's kind of full of people that want to be movers and shakers and want to leverage, it's still the same old people that are going to be interfacing with the politicians on this. And what I would like to see from the hearing is for them to open this out to more people to come in and present evidence, etc. You know, and not just have people. I mean, everyone's clamoring for Lou to go on the hearing. Well, if Lou's going to go on, let's get Greer on. Let's get a few of the others on. You know, there's quite a lot of people with something to say about this. What's your thoughts, Rich?
Rich has nothing to say about it. He's even muted himself.
What's up, mate?
Yeah, well, I mean, what am I going to say? I just got here.
He's just got here and he's growing a beard.
No, I grew a face. Yeah. Yeah. Eventually.
I'm liking the beard, Rich.
Mm.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It makes you look more fuller, you know?
I don't know. Does it? Fuller?
If you keep growing it, you might look like Dave Scott. He's going to go.
I'll be saying a boot. You know,
So-
Canadians, they don't say about, they say a boot.
A boot, okay.
So the idea, I don't know if you, Rich, you've done this before on your show. So the idea behind tonight's show, we come shake your Tic Tacs, was I was going to open up the forum. I've put the link in the chat. Nobody dare come on. There's loads of people at work. Or they're just not fully clothed, you know? And I get that. But
Yeah,
what
you
do
did
we
say no nudity, you see, so maybe they're all naked in the chat.
We've got Dark Sky Files coming on in about 15 minutes.
Another Rich.
Another Rich. 3 dicks.
Do you guys have Yoo-hoo where you live?
No, what's that? A chocolate drink?
Chocolate drink.
Oh, right.
Chocolate in a can.
My breakfast right now.
Is it like some sort of protein shake?
No. No, this is for kids. This is just fun. Hey, man. So, don't mean to stall the show, but what else? I heard Rich talking about. Oh, you're gonna have 3 Riches on?
3
Yeah,
dicks.
yeah, it's going to be hilarious.
Oh my God, that's never happened before. 3 dicks in an alley.
Well, I was kind of knocked for 6, Rich, because when Lee was about to come on, and he's babysitting, house sitting, should I say, and he tried to come on with his mobile phone, but his signal's shite, and he's only got 20. Who has 20 gig of data these days? But also, the router in the house, the people who he's sitting for, he's still maybe coming on, by the way, have changed the password. So, you know, when you turn a router around, it's got the password on the back. They've changed it. Who does that? I know you do, Rich. I don't.
I change it.
Oh my God, everybody does it. Maybe I should change it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
Because
regular
what if
basis.
somebody copied right off that serial number? Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous, but it's easier to remember your own. So when guests come over and they want to use your Wi-Fi, you're like, here's my password.
I mean, I suppose if the gas man comes in, he can see my Wi-Fi code, but that means he's going to have to park up outside my house and connect to my Wi-Fi. And, you know, good luck to him if he can have the Wi-Fi code if he goes to that much effort.
Dude, you want people coming in your home, installing your Wi-Fi or checking out your cable and all that other stuff. They could take a picture with their phone, come back a month later, and just steal all your stuff. They know what they're doing.
So you're saying I need to start being a little bit more protective about things?
Absolutely, man.
Okay, I'm going to I'm going to change the Wi-Fi code tonight, right after the show. I'm going to do it.
Good lad. Good lad.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you remember what you're doing. Make sure it's something you remember.
What did you think to rather be squidding after last week's show?
That was fun. I
Yeah?
thought he was a swell guy. That was only a week ago.
Mm.
It was a
It
week
feels
ago.
like a month ago. Yeah, he was
A
pretty
nice
cool,
guy.
man. Yeah, really nice guy. He's got good energy. Just I don't know, man. I think he's on our side more than the other side. And but I like the way I like his attitude, man. I really can't say anything bad at all. It just seems like the greatest guy. I mean, he just seems like happy to be around. You know, it's a good thing to see. But he's
Yeah.
not stupid. I mean, he's a smart guy, even though he's new to the field. You know, a couple of years, whatever. Did he ever? He never saw a UFO, right?
Never.
Yeah, I thought we asked him that. Yeah.
Which I liked that though.
No,
You know,
neither.
I
have
don't.
haven't
I think
seen
if you're gonna have a show in this field, and you need to have some experience if you're gonna be in the field talking the way he does. But I guess not everybody sees everything. But it depends on what kind of show you're having. If you're just doing, you're talking about news and stuff like that, things that are going on, it's not that hard. But if you're going to talk about abductions and, doing CE5 or anything else to try to make contact, yeah, it's not for him, I would guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of different sides to ufology.
Rich, have you seen this latest? What was the driveway when you were talking about, Rich? Because I've not seen this. I've been at work all for the last couple of weeks, non-stop.
The Drive have just put out a video from a pilot sat on the ground who's looking out of their cockpit, and they're seeing what looks like 3 pixels flying past the thing. I can show it you if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it copyright free?
I don't know.
Has anybody seen the Utah footage yet from the symposium? Did they post that today? Remember,
I have not seen it, Rich. I have literally been working all week.
Well, it would have just been shown today. So from what I heard, these are the 5 new sightings, or 4 or 5 sightings that were coming out from NYUAP with the Andy, the guy who put out the rubber ducky last year.
Mm-hmm. It's a similar thing.
And he was supposed to have 4 new videos for the world to see, but he was charging for it at the Utah Symposium.
Can we bring them up as well?
I don't know.
You ready?
So what is this, Rich? Talk us through it, and also send me the link to this so I can put it in the description. So whoever's channel this is gets the kudos.
Okay, so this is an Apache longbow. So somebody sat in an Apache longbow, and I'm going to sort of keep stopping it, if that's all right. So just move it on a bit.
Looks like a video game.
Yeah.
Part-time Pete,
Okay,
I
stop.
see you in below. I will bring you up in a second, my friend.
Pardon me, Pete?
There you go. Can you see? You've got 3 tiny dots. You probably can't. There?
Yeah, I see those.
Yeah? Okay, so...
Dots. Oh, boy.
See what I mean?
It could be anything.
Birds.
What's the audio saying?
Zoomed in on objects now. So this will be zoomed in.
1 second, Rich. Part-time Pete, I see you, my friend. I'm going to bring you up in a second. I'll bring you up in a second. 1 minute, mate.
Okay, so we'll keep it going. There you go.
Dots. What are
Yeah.
they? Are they crisscrossing in front of each other? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
seeing?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. If it's real,
Well, they're moving. They are moving fast.
it looks real. The sad thing is the whole thing looks like a video game, so I don't know if it isn't or if it's reality.
What's Tic Tac mean? Get Cambion to apologize to Rich.
Where have you been? You didn't know what happened?
No, I've told you I've been working all week non-stop.
Yep.
Oh, have you not fallen out with Cambion, have you, Rich? You fall out with everybody.
It's his fault, actually.
Is it? Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Hey, when people keep putting videos of me up and call me a hoaxer and a liar and then tell me just because I'm supporting third phase of Moon that I lose all credibility, I'm not going to sit idly by and not say anything. And Cambion cried like a little bitch yesterday when I came out and I gave an example and I said something, but he thought I called him a pedo, which I didn't. I gave an example. You are, like I say, you are who your friends are. My father used to say that. You know, you are who your friends are. But not every single time it works out like that. I mean, you could be friends with people and not have the same beliefs in them, you know, politically or whatever. You know, you name it. You could be totally different and be friends. And it's rare, but it happens. And, well, in this situation, you know, Third Phase had a history. So he made a video with me talking and put music up behind it. And I gave an example. I said, so if your friends were pedos, does that make you a pedo? Oh, I guess apparently so with your logic. You know, and then he's like, yeah, I'm going to sue you. You can't say that. That's libel.
Wowzers.
Can't say that. So I had to remove it out of my video because, you know, I don't want any problems just for some people like her taking it the wrong way.
That makes me sad because I like you both and you two got on like a house on fire. But Part-Time Pete, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Oh, it's not
Hi,
part
can
of
you
me
hear me?
anymore.
Hi, Pete.
Hi.
We can hear you, mate, but we've got some weird delay.
Yeah, I'm about 10 seconds behind, possibly.
Yeah, there's a lag between what you're saying and
Yeah,
your mouth
so
moving.
from what I'm saying and what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Part-Time Pete, if you drop out and drop back in, maybe, yeah?
I'll try that.
Because yeah,
Well,
try
as
that,
long
mate.
as we can hear the guy, I mean, it's fine.
Hang on.
Okay, yeah.
How do I drop out?
Just when you hear me say toenail,
Back
put your
button.
when you hear me say toenail, put your thumb up. Toenail. Toenail.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big delay.
It's 5 seconds.
About 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drop out and come back in
I'm
because
gonna go.
10 seconds would be hard to have a conversation.
So anyway, you know, so I removed it out of the video because I did my rebuttal against the things he was saying about me in Third Phase. And, of course, I'm going to stick up for my friends. You know, and I had in the title of the show, Stephen Cambion is a hoaxer, you know, because he's one of those people like UFO of Interest and the Out There channel that actually said some things that just aren't true to make his debunk work. And, you know, I said, if you go back, you know, within 5 years, Third Phase really hasn't done anything that you could say they hoax. So he goes back 8 years, you know, the same stupid garbage that everybody does. Oh, they did this. It said it was in the Philippines when they were in Hawaii. And I'm like, that's 8 years ago. You're not listening. So it was just this me rebutting the video he put up with me talking and defending Third Phase and putting up disparaging comments about me. So I said, hey, look who's talking, dude. You had Richard Doty on your show. You had Anjali on your show. Who are you to talk? You're promoting hoaxers. So it got into that little battle, and then he did his show right after mine. And I'm going to sue you. You know, I could strike your channel. Oh, fucking prick.
I'm going to have to get you both on the same channel together.
It ain't happening. Fuck him, and I'm done with that fucking shit. I'm done. I'm not apologizing. I'm not going to do anything else to fucking mend this relationship. It's over. Fuck him. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck everybody. I'm done. I don't want to fucking apologize for something I didn't do wrong. I'm not. I don't want to be friends with somebody who's going to fucking stab me in the back every fucking chance they get. Every fucking end of show. I'm going to talk to Solar Marshall and talk shit about you. Fucking cocksucker.
I have to say that's quite a good impression of his laugh.
I need to find that video now.
It makes me sad. It makes me sad. I have not seen the video, but it makes me sad because of how much you two got along before. But yeah, I get it, Rich.
And he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen to anything Third Face says or what I say. He just says what he wants to say, and he makes up shit, and he fucking lies, and I'm done with it. I just can't stand fucking lying debunkers. They're worse than hoaxers, and that's what he did. Done. End of it. You want to fucking strike my channel? Go for it. You want to fucking take me out? Fucking have fun.
This is the
fucking
most
for what? For what? I didn't do anything
swear.
wrong.
Yeah.
Right now he's swearing more than me. I like it. I want to give you a hug, Rich. I don't like this. I can tell this has genuinely pissed you off.
Mm-hmm.
It's not often I see
I haven't
you.
seen you this angry. Yeah.
We spoke about this, Rich, before Rich came on the show. This is confusing with the Riches, but Rich N and GUFON, we spoke about this. We spoke about how much the field turns on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not seen the video, so I cannot comment on it. But I can see this is two friends that have they've fallen out over the field.
We were never friends.
I think you were.
Nah. No. He's another Fessler.
Jennifer says she I have tried to watch Truth Seekers, but the energy is awful. See, I like Truth Seekers. I'm not. I do like him. He looks like Kylo Ren.
I mean, he's good for maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and after that, it's the same song and dance every show. I mean, you could say that about me, but at least, I'm not picking on the same people every 2 days. I mean, he's just about clickbait. He's about making drama, about trying to take down the same people everybody's taken down before, Wilcock and Corey Good, and do the old what do they call that? Fucking mental gymnastics with words and everything. I mean, that's what he's trying to do with me, switching words around, making it look like I was saying shit I wasn't. It's the oldest trick in the book. So I just don't have time. I don't have patience for people like that who are going to fake friend me and act like they care when they don't. When all he's doing is doing what Lou Elizondo did, gather data on me. Try to get shit on me, trying to get dirt. I'm going to take him down. I'm going to take everybody down. This is my ufology.
There's one thing I'll say for you, Rich, and that is, if somebody fucks with you, that's it. You told me that a long time ago. If somebody pisses you off, and I saw that with Dave Scott. And obviously I'm seeing this now with you and Stephen. I didn't realize this had happened. I would have actually messaged you about this if I'd have known this had happened. But so there's no mending this.
No, I will not mend it. I'm done mending shit with people because look, I've been friends with you for a while. I've been friends with Third Phase of Moon for 3 years. We never had to mend any shit.
Well,
you and I have had differences, but
when you're fighting, aren't you?
Huh?
Wait, you thought I ignored you to start off with, if you remember. You went, oh, fuck you then.
Yeah.
But that's because I didn't reply for about 3 weeks because I didn't have access to my Twitter.
For some reason, part-time Pete needs the link again. Coraland's asking you to send him the link. I mean, it's the same link as before. I don't understand.
The link is in the chat, people. It's an open forum tonight. That was going to be the idea behind the video. Come shake your Tic Tacs. I should have just put open forum, shouldn't I? You know.
That's true. I mean, I did bring Cambion to GUFON. And,
Who's saying that? Who's saying that,
in the
Rich?
beginning. Huh?
Who said that?
Said what?
Oh, I thought you was reading somebody's chat. I was going to bring it up.
I was, but I was also saying that I did bring him into GUFON world.
Part-time Pete?
Hi.
Hello,
That's
mate.
better.
Have you seen what's gone on with Stephen Cambion and Rich?
Yes, I have.
And whose side are you on?
I'm on GUFON's side, which is always my favorite, but Cambion, Rich's side. But Cambion has a few issues. Oh, sorry, I'm waiting for the delay.
Oh, no, there's no delay. It's perfect,
No
mate.
delay, yeah.
You good?
That was a good review. It's just coming back.
No, it's fine, mate. Oh, the hidden underbelly. Finally, he's here. After all these years. No, you need to put the headphones back on, mate. Finally, he's here.
On Jovi.
How you doing, hidden underbelly?
Hello, man. Hello. I just pop on to say hello to you guys, man.
Oh, mate, it's good. It's good to speak. I've watched you a few times on Rich's show. Obviously, I've seen your channel for many years now. You do some great work. I love it when you get together with Rich. You make a fantastic team.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, Rich, I'm real sorry because I don't really get back to people, but I would love to come on your show again. So whenever you want me on, yeah, you know how to get in contact with me and just let me know, and I'm there in a heartbeat, man. But I'm real sorry that I don't write back to nobody because I'm always working trying to find footage. So if that's cool with you, I hope you don't think me and you cool. Is Rich
Pardon?
still there?
Talking to me?
You. Yeah, Rich. Sorry.
Are we cool?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. Because the last time you were on, it seemed like you were kind of upset when you left. So I meant to message you, and I did. I said, thanks for coming on, I sent you the message, but I never heard back from you. But
sorry, man. Sorry, I'm really terrible at things like that.
I thought you were upset. I'm like, what did I say, man? I mean, did I say something that I don't remember, or what?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. It's all on me. I'm just really terrible at things like that. Sorry,
well,
Rich, man.
No, that's okay. That's good to know, because I am too. I try harder to be more open and say, thank you and hello and all that. But it's hard, when you I understand you got a lot of messages coming in and all that stuff, but I really thought you were upset. It was weird.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But I'm paranoid that way. I think everybody hates me. So.
They do at the moment, don't they?
No,
Sorry.
only the people who don't know the whole story. Like somebody in the chat room saying, "Oh, ever since he Cambion told the truth about third phase. Look, third phase told the truth about third phase. They came out and told everybody about these things, that they made mistakes and all that stuff." All my thing is, I say, go back within the last 5 years and show me something they purposely hoaxed. And he can't. And he had to go back 8 years to do it. Yeah. So, that was my thing. I'm like, you didn't even ask third phase of moon. You're supposed to be this debunker, and you get on third phase for not doing research. You didn't even ask the source. why they did what they did and all that shit, and you're just talking out your ass.
See,
So
in defense of not only just Third Phase, but all of us that do the same kind of work, we are open to this.
yeah,
And it is a lot down to our discretion, but sometimes things do get passed. Now, are we to blame for that because we trust the footage that we are getting? Or, I mean, what can we do? What can we do out there? I mean, we're dealing with civilian sightings, and I think the civilian sightings at the moment are a lot more credible than the crap that's coming out from the government, or, you know, the video that you just shown. You know, Ollie, that video that you just shown, that one there, it looks like something that is like a beta test for some sort of game.
You mean with the ground, how the ground looked?
It's just the whole feel of the footage. It just doesn't seem right. And I would love that to go on Reddit, because there's a lot of smart cats out there that will take that video apart and be able to tell you what we're looking at. So when that hits Reddit, it's time to really start looking at it.
Is that the first time you've seen that underbelly?
No, I seen that earlier today, and the same thing I saw, same thing I thought that I wrote in there, is that it looks like a game footage. And we have seen game footage being represented. You remember there was a famous footage came out maybe about 8 months ago, where there was UFOs over this it looked like a Navy ship, and they were shooting at it, and it turned out to be footage from a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bring it up again, Rich, because I don't know about that, because what we were looking at is we were looking at something that was very, very close to the ground, so you could see that it was the tarmac that we were looking at. So when I first looked at it, I was like, yeah, it looks extremely flat. But then I realized what I was looking at is the actual landing pad. You know, you're looking at the
runway.
The runway, yeah.
But the big there's audio with it.
Can we get that audio any louder?
Number 281, taxi north to Tower 2 West Slopes, 1 count.
Is that all right?
Yeah, perfect.
There's 3 really fast flying jets up there. Probably some A-10s or some F-16s.
That sounds made up. Why would they say that? Are those 3 jets flying around up there? They would know from that distance.
No, he said there's 3 really fast flying jets up there. Rich, take that right back to the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I said. They said.
Star Longbow 281 lane 4, request West Slopes. Longbow 281, taxi north to Tower 2 West Slopes, 1 count. 281. There's 3 really fast flying jets up there. Probably some A-10s or some F-16s.
By the way, it has the debrief on it. So the debrief has already confirmed it's real.
Mm-hmm. It was debrief that released it.
Don't they work hand in glove with Corbell?
Yeah, well, yeah, and Luis Elizondo. Sure, they're all friends. They're all in the same lying bullshit boat. And this is definitely something that Corbell would have dropped. Not even. Corbell wouldn't have even dropped something this good. That guy's a shithead.
It does look like one of them maneuvers really fast, though. It
does.
Looks like one of them makes
Whoa.
Right there.
There you go. That's color filter added to see better.
Mm.
Yeah.
So Mick West has already gone public with this and said that he thinks that it's birds.
I think it's birds.
Did you see when he what he tweeted about the school?
Tweeted.
Did you see that one? The famous school one where they
Ariel.
Ariel. That's the one. Did you see what he tweeted about that one?
No.
Hippies. He said it may have been hippies in a camper van.
Oh my
a
God.
VW van. Oh
Mhm.
God.
That talk. Yeah.
No, go on, Rich. What were you going to say?
Isn't that the one where they talk to the kids telepathically?
Yeah, that's the Ariel school. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't understand why these guys would mistake birds, considering these are pilots.
Well,
Yeah, that's the thing.
you
But
have
that,
to ask where it's coming from, though.
Yeah, I know.
They started
So
again.
this is why they could mistake birds.
yeah, that overlap movement there could be birds. That meant that you see birds do this, like that, like where they drop behind. But I can't see why a pilot would say it's birds unless, like you say, the video is complete bullshit and it's just
What we don't know is how high res that is, whether they've tuned down the resolution so we can't quite see. There might be more information on an original. That doesn't look that particularly detailed, to be honest.
Well, it's that type of footage. That's
Yeah.
why they show us these things, in FLIR or night vision or whatever, thermal, because we
Yeah.
can't get any decent footage. Why isn't this in? I'm sure somebody has this in 1080p somewhere, right?
Is that the be-
Don't those cameras record in 3 different ways or something like that? I don't know. Whatever Mick West says, I'm okay with that. Then it's birds. I don't trust the deflate or debrief, whatever. Don't
Well,
trust them.
Yeah. The trouble with that video is you can't get any idea of depth perception with that.
No.
So it could be something very, very small, very close, or it could be something a lot larger, a lot further away, and moving a lot faster.
I think you can
can't tell
get
from
it.
that.
I think you can get some sort of distance from it. When they turn the camera, when it goes past them, I'm sure it doesn't look more than half a mile away, or maybe a mile. That's it. 5,000 feet.
Mhm.
I know a balloon at 1,000 feet looks like the tiniest dot you'll ever see. So,
Yeah, I haven't had the time to go through it, but apparently Chris Leto's already done an
Oh my
analysis of it. So they've moved very quick with this.
what was it you said that dropped today with Rich?
Pardon?
Before you said something's dropped today or in the
yeah,
last
the Utah Symposium is today.
Right.
The New York UAP discussion that guy Andy who dropped the rubber duck last year, another FLIR footage. So he's got 4 videos that were supposed to be dropped today for, you had to pay to see it, but apparently the public will get something from it. Like, I don't know, much more than that. But we're supposed to see it after they drop it. After everybody paid for it to see it, they'll drop it live.
Surprised somebody's not filmed it while they were in there.
True.
People leak stuff. If you're going to see something
Yeah.
on screen, you why not film it in there?
But you can get in a lot of trouble if it says on the back of your ticket that you enter that thing that you can't, put any footage out or record anybody's image and put it on the internet while you're there. I don't know. I'm just saying. You would think that people would be respectful, but if I was there, I would try to get the footage and show it to you guys because they shouldn't be charging people for it anyway.
How much were they charging?
$40, I think, right? $40 a day, or I don't know, whatever the symposium was for the weekend.
I'm sorry, I've been knocked for 6 with you and Cambion. I really have. Hidden Underbelly. Did you see all this that's gone off with Rich and Stephen Cambion?
I saw one video, but to be honest, I seen him go for a longtime friend of mine, Christina Gomez. I seen him go for her, and I thought, well, you're completely wrong on this because she was out in the trenches with me long time ago before she found where she feels comfortable at. You get what I mean? Because when she first started, she started doing things like what the third phase and all the other guys are doing. She was out there with us. I'd see her out there asking for videos like myself. And that's how we got talking. So when I saw him do his hit piece on her, I thought, well, you're completely wrong on that. You know, saying that she's some sort of buffer and, you know, they need a pretty face and all that. She's got a game on and she's doing what she wants to do. And what's wrong with that? I mean, you know, I think like people are right in the comments. They're in the comment section. They're completely right. There's too much bickering and there's a divide going on. Who's wrong? Who's right? We as the public can discern that, and you shouldn't be throwing stones at people that are trying to make a difference. Mm-hmm. And that's just my stand on it. I don't really know this Steve Kelly. I've seen him around before. But I, you know, when I was searching for footage and I saw him mentioning GUFON, so I thought I'm gonna check this out, and just thought, wow, you know, because he showed a video that third phase had, and he said they stole it, and
which
again,
isn't true.
And again, this is my point about that video that he was showing. Again, this guy put it out as a UFO, and it was misrepresented because he was having a little giggle. I mean, I got caught by the French guy. I don't know if you remember that French guy maybe about 8 months ago. He put out a video and he did a drone. It was a drone, and he had like his friends film it from different angles and made out like it was sighted all over this area when it was just him and his 3 friends. And I got caught by that. I took the video down.
Which French guy? Are you talking about Section 51?
No. God, I can't remember his name. But he's a well-known French prankster. I didn't know this because I'm a guy in England. So how am I going to know? But, you know, it's just one of those things. You get caught out. It's what you do once you get caught with your pants down. Do you come clean and say, look, this is what's happened, this is this video, or do you just move on from it? Some people choose to do that. I choose not to. I choose to say, okay, look, this has been proven as a fake. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
What are you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say it's a hard thing when you're dealing with the public because you deal with misinformation. Then you have to deal with the hoaxers. I mean, I saw a really good video, and I was going for it. I was begging the guy for it, and I'm so glad about this guy, this one individual, because he turned around and he said, "Look, give me a couple of days, and I'm going to put out another video, and that might be more interesting than this one." So I thought, wow, because this video that I saw that he put up was really good. In a couple of days, he put out a video, and it was showing how he made this UFO video. And it was a drone attached to some sort of rigging of lights.
I don't know if you do this, mate, but whenever you put a video out there, do you ever retract it if you find out what it is? In terms of like say, guys, I've found out what this is. It's not a UFO. It's just a drone, or it's just some skydivers or what have you.
I indeed do. It's I always put it up in the comment section, or the one with the Australian one that found out that it was well, see, I'm 50-50 on that one. That's why I didn't take it out. But I pinned the comment so people can have a better of the conversation that we've had. But I do put out a statement, and let's say 90% of the time I will take down the video. There is that odd time when I'm not certain. Like just because some debunkers may have debunked it, like what Rich was saying, they're not always right as well. And this is my problem with Mr. West. I always have a problem with Nick West because he was caught out on one of his debunks, and his arrogance stepped in the way of it, and he turned around and said, well, what does that matter, when it was being pointed out where he made his mistake. And it mattered a hell of a lot. But I
I
do. Sorry, go on.
no,
Sorry.
go on. What are you going to say?
No, nothing more to add, really.
I do feel for any channel, and I said this when it was just me and Rich. Like when it comes to like third phase of Moon, and thank you Jennifer again for the super chat. And Mr. Catfish, I think that was for some reason blurred out. I don't know what you said. Rich has been polite, tolerant, and tolerant of dyslexia, tolerant of Cambian for ages. Yeah, that's all I've seen. But I have not seen, Jen, I have not seen what's gone off between Rich and Cambian. I need to go watch it straight away after
A
this
couple
show.
of months ago, he put a video up of me defending third phase with music behind it. Fine. I mean, that was cute and funny and everything. And I listened to him talk about how I suck their ass and I get paid by him or them and all the other lies and all this shit. Yeah, I mean, I do work for them. I don't get paid to be their cheerleader. You know, I edit videos. I go to on Third Phase UFO Report and I put videos up and try to, you know, figure out what they're actually posting on their channel. And, you know, I get the ad revenue from that. And that's because I did all the work, you know, and that's it. I don't get paid to be a cheerleader. I don't get paid to be their friend. It's all business on that end. And, you know, I haven't done a video in a few months over there. But the thing with Cambian that really is frustrating, and, you know, he never does anything positive. It's always a negative. He never brings anything new to the field that can actually propel ufology forward. It's always taking somebody down, making somebody look bad because they talk shit. I get it. I mean, I've done it. You know, it's just there's no other side to the guy. It's all negative. It's bad juju over there, man. I mean, I don't mind bad juju, but I can only listen for a few minutes, and then you know, after 5 minutes of yelling, I'm out. But that's his style. People like it. He's got his following, and that's that. You know, I am sorry for that things had to go south. I feel bad for everything that I said and happened, but I can't sit idly by and not say anything and defend myself. And he knows that. I think he purposely knew that I would come back at him because he likes the drama. So I don't think this was something he didn't plan. I think he planned on me getting mad and going after him and creating drama. And I'm sorry I fell for it. I apologize to everybody out there, including Cambian and anybody else. But, you know, I have to defend my honor, my name, and I don't think I'm a bad person. I don't think he's a bad person at all. He's definitely no, well, the guy who he's no Dolan, let's put it that way. But other than that, you know, I just want to end that chapter of my life and move on. And I won't even talk about the guy after today, probably. It is nothing for me to say, nothing negative, nothing good. I'm just putting an end to it so I can move forward. And I was trying to do that this week, you know, on my show. I didn't even talk about Lou one day at all week long. Didn't even talk about Corbell or anybody else. I was just talking about ufology, getting back to the principles and things that we need to learn about and the current events. And, you know, the history of ufology and stuff with popular things that happened in the past. So I'm moving on, and I hope he does too. But, man, I just feel bad that all that happened. I really do. It sucks, but, you know, I'm an emotional guy. I wear my emotions on my sleeve just like he does. So, you know, he knew what he was doing, and I fell for it, and that's on me. So what can you do? You learn.
Can you imagine if something very strategically has been done by the dark side of this field that has turned pretty much most of us against each other, that has created this mini war that's going on within the field, and that we don't even know what's going on, but everybody's turned on each other. Can you imagine if that has been kind of orchestrated? It's purposely been done, like the Angeles of this world, the Lus, all these people that have come into the field. Maybe they know exactly. Maybe they're here so that we turn on each other?
There is. I have noticed something recently. I don't know whether you've seen it. There was a ton of different people jumping onto UFO Twitter, and they were saying nobody's talking about the UFO hearing that's just happened, and it's like one of these activist type phrases that they think nobody's ever talking about, and it seemed that there was about 5 or 6 people or 5 or 6 accounts that had tweeted that, and then there was like hundreds and hundreds of retweets, and a lot of those were bots. So somebody is definitely trying to manipulate the narrative around this.
Indeed.
I'm sure.
I agree.
We have 3 dicks in the room now.
Uh-oh.
That Sky, how you doing, mate?
Dark Sky.
Dark Sky. Oh,
Is that his avatar or?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
how you doing, Dark Sky?
No.
We can hear you.
Oh,
A little
okay.
bit fuzzy, but
There
we
you
can
go.
hear you.
We hear you, Rich.
Oh shit! All right.
Rich.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry
How
about
you
that.
doing, mate? How you doing?
What's up, man?
No, we're good, mate. Have you heard about the drama that's gone on between Rich and Cambion?
Yeah, I've seen some of it, a little bit.
Right.
It's it's a little surprising.
I think you may have a lag from. Can you? If I say the word tomato, when do you hear the word tomato? Tomato.
Yeah, everything. It's messed up a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lag.
Yeah. Let me try and dial it back in. I'll be right back.
No worries, mate. Thank you, Jen, again. Yes, because the true experience do not have channels. Oh, God.
Except present company.
Thank you, Rich. God, I hate dyslexia. It's the worst thing. It's a curse. Thanks, Jen. Again, I appreciate that.
I don't think you say that right. I have dyslexia, and
Mine's terrible.
I don't find it as a curse. I find it that it makes you a lot more smarter because you try. I spent most of my life trying to hide it, which I still do now. So you find ingenious ways to hide it.
You fake your way through life.
Yes, you do. You do. some of my jobs I've had to hide it because my dyslexia is with spelling. I see words all jumbled up. So it's really bad, especially when I'm having to write, like on my videos. It's really bad.
Yeah, Rich, I think you just need to put this behind you. The stuff with Cambion. I'm gonna watch what's gone off. But yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I'm putting it definitely behind me immediately, and that's the only way. Like a Band-Aid. The wound will be there, but it'll be covered up. I feel we could have done a lot of good, but his friends were getting in his ear and telling him, if you're friends with this guy, he's friends with Third Phase, then you're going to be lumped in with GUFON in Third Phase. So and he's like, yeah. And then he goes off and I got to make a video then to protect my image.
Well, I don't get why is it such a bad thing to being let's say lumped in with Third Phase. I mean, I enjoy working with them as well. I mean, and I don't care what anybody will say about them because at the end of the day, they're trying to do something. They're trying to shine the spotlight on what's going on out there with the civilian sightings. And surely that's a good thing, even though mistakes will be made. It's, let's say for every 100 videos that's shown, there's going to be one that's going to be a bit ropey, isn't there?
Yeah.
More than that.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to be polite here.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, we're all gonna make mistakes and not be 100% right. Nobody can be. It's impossible.
Welcome, William Carr and Star Galactic Federation.
How you going?
Oh, let's go, Woody.
How you going, Richie?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's been going on, man? I'm hearing some bad shit going on.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Yeah. Slander, man. It's not good, man. That P word you said. That's a
Oh, wait.
violation of the truth.
You're telling me I slandered him?
Well,
Are you fucking nuts? Are you fucking stupid? Do you understand what I fucking said? I said,
I do.
you are who your friends are. So if I use his logic, then just because I'm friends with Third Phase means I'm a hoaxer? So I said, if that's the logic you're using, then if your friends are pedos, then you must be too.
I'm not. I'm just saying, but what you're saying that word on YouTube is not.
Who cares? Okay, I said it.
Lose your channel.
So what? It's not litigious, and I didn't say anything slanderous. It was an example. That's a different thing. It's an example. It's not the truth. I didn't say your friends are pedophiles and you are too. Sorry, Ollie, I didn't mean to say the whole word. But I didn't say that. I said, using your logic, if your friends are da, then that must mean you're da.
I have a copy of the video. Do you want to play it?
Well, I had to remove it because he cried.
Well, I'll just play it, right?
William Carr, welcome, mate. How you doing, mate?
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you, Star Galactic, but I just, when people say something like that, you need to know what you're talking about.
I'll be right back. I just got to do something.
He won't be back.
Why it's not?
I will be back. I'm Canadian, eh? I'm a good guy, eh?
I know.
I mean, without bringing up the P word, because I'm a little bit funny about that on the told tube. I'm kind of just blind to what's gone off, and didn't expect to be talking about this tonight. But I'll be honest, it's something to speak about because it's two people who I have many a conversation with. I mean, my boy Rich here. Obviously, we've known each other, Rich, for a long time now. I've only known Cambion for quite a few months. I haven't got a bad word to say about him because
I can't figure out this guy out really.
Which guy?
Stephen, what's his name?
Stephen Cambion.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know. He's a bit strange, but he's got children of his own, and he's saying,
"Oh my God!"
He's saying, "I've got
I
children."
can't. I just fucking can't.
And then he's saying, I've got charity with children, all this bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just there's been a lot of drama happen on YouTube, especially when it comes to the UFO field.
And I didn't call him that. I never called him that. Think about what you're saying before you say it.
Yeah,
I never called him that. It was an example. I could have used the word hoaxer instead of pedo, which in retrospect I wish I did, but I knew I needed to trigger, and get his attention, so I knew what word would have worked. And I didn't call him that. I didn't call him that. It was an example, everybody. God almighty, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, never used a P word. Oh, my God. It's like, Jesus, I mean, are you guys all fucking snowflakes? What happened to your balls? I don't understand what happened to men in this fucking world. Grow up. Fucking take the heat. Take the fucking bite. I mean, you fucking attacked me, expect me to attack back. But I did not and would never call anybody that. And I didn't. It was an example I used that if you fucking hang out with them, then you must be, because that's what he says I am, and I'm not.
He's taken it as offended, you know. It's just.
I never attack the guy. I always react to what people do. I don't go after people 9 times out of 10. You know, I'm not talking about people in the government, but I'm talking about just regular people who lie, you know, make money on bullshit and all that stuff. I do it too. But between me and Cambion, I thought we were on the same team. So when he started talking shit, you know,
backing up with the evidence. Where's the evidence to back that claim?
What are you talking about?
If he is or not, whatever. If that, you know, where's the evidence to back all that claim? If he is or not.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to call me a hoaxer, no, I've never hoaxed a goddamn thing in my life. I mean, you know what I mean? Out of all the shit I posted over the years. But he doesn't know that about me. He doesn't know anything about me.
And even saying that word on YouTube is actually breaking the YouTube is it policy agreement, whatever you call it.
You know, I've said that word probably 40, 50 times. Nothing happened. Nothing.
Well, let's forget that word. Let's because we won't be using that word anymore. Like, because I mean, I'm very new.
We have to be more civilized.
Like Heather says,
look
take
at all
a deep
the other
breath.
channels. I mean, ufology channels are sort of going downhill, and it's just getting ridiculous, man. I mean, I think out of all the other ufology channels that I've watched, I'll give you an example. Secure Team 10, he's got like 2 million subscribers on his channel. And it's like, now he owns the channel now. No one can steal his channel. And then you got other channels like, Third Phase, but they're doing pretty well. Then you got the Dark Room, the Blue Room. You got that one. It's that new channel. It's recently opened. I think it's called Blue Room.
Blue Room.
Blue Room. Let me just double check it.
Don't forget the hidden underbelly.
Yeah, they're good.
Blue Room Media.
That's it. Blue Room Media. Yeah. Dark journalists.
If we're plugging channels, man, I want to plug mine.
Yeah,
mate, go subscribe to Hidden Underbelly, people. I'm gonna put you in the description, mate.
Please don't, man. It's just I put out an awful video. The last one put out is awful, so please don't. God.
Why was it awful?
It's terrible. It's getting terrible out there. It's getting kind of I feel there's something going on, and I think we should. I mean, I'm definitely gonna come back doing a live show, and I'm gonna talk about what's going on out there, because I think the footage is being controlled. There's like nothing out there.
I'm seeing a lot of fake footages, a lot more now than what I'm used to seeing. I think what was the Photoshop came out back in the 80s when they invented Photoshop, and then was the CGI. I think that was invented back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And when you look at photos beforehand or videos beforehand, you know they're not fake or CGI or done by Photoshop, because they're all being recorded or taken maybe back in the 60s or in the 70s, or for example, and you can't fake those photos back in those days or video, because there were no Photoshop software program made in that time. And goes the same thing with CGI,
unless you've got
pretty
one arm.
Pretty much hologram projection.
Well, I do got to beg to differ, because you also had, back with the old cameras, you did have double exposure that was doing it, and that was shown in a lot of the early ghost pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So there were ways that pictures could be manipulated.
Yeah, because I've seen what of people actually built like these plastic models, with flying saucers, and I even know there is a TR3B plastic models out there you can actually build yourself.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Sector
about this big,
51.
you know. And you can hang it on a bloody fishing line and you wouldn't even know if it's real or not. So yeah, you can fake it, you know, it's that easy. It goes the same with, you know, launching a balloon up there and people think it's a UAP or something, you know, like, but realistic, the balloon, you know.
Star Galactic, while you're here, have you had an experience before?
I had some really weird experience when I was a child. I was in a room sleeping, and suddenly my bedroom door was like moving further and further away from me, and like the room was getting like bigger and bigger and bigger, and door was just moving away, further away, to the point that it was getting smaller and smaller and smaller, to the point no longer couldn't see the door, my bedroom door, and I just passed out. That was it. And I've seen a UFO just recently. Last year, I've actually video recorded it using my GoPro. I actually live in Loxton in South Australia, and there's been some couple of recent videos captured in Victoria. I think it was like 4 flying saucers flying nearly together, and that was pretty recent.
Nice.
And that was actually definitely was not fake. That was a real legitimate footage.
You said that was quite recently. Where was that again?
I was about a month, I think.
Yeah, I think I got that one. Was that in Adelaide? I think.
Yeah, that's it. It was like, I think it was like, people say it was 3 crafts, but there was really 4.
I'm just gonna have a quick.
Sources. They were like really close to each other, you know.
Would that be in Melbourne?
I think so, or Adelaide. I can't remember which. But there was a whole.
Did you say about a month ago?
Yeah, about roughly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got that one. That was in Melbourne.
Yeah, I could have been that one, because it seemed like there was 3 flying saucers, but if you look very closely, there was actually the 4th one there.
That was the one. You remember, Ollie? We were talking about retracting videos, and I said that was the one video that I'm still not 100% sure, even though they gave an explanation for what it possibly could be.
Well,
I personally, because they came and said it was on airplanes.
I could not debunk that one.
Well, they said it was airplanes.
I've had some. No, because there are a lot of people seeing it too, and it's been on the news as well.
Yeah.
Star Galactic Foundation. Do you think that the UFO community is getting very gullible?
Yeah, definitely. They're starting to believe, you know, it's like stop believing in it, but they sort of believing in it's being made by us, you know, like even if you think it was extraterrestrial in technology, if it was stolen or deliberately they shot the crafts down so they can steal the technology, even that case. But I've seen a lot of stories, you know, I hear such cow mutilation, for example. Well, the cow, you can say slaughter, generally is done by military to basically get people to think that the greys are actually bad entities.
You don't think they're bad?
Well, basically what I'm saying is the military trying to get to believe that the greys are bad, but they're not actually bad people. back extraterrestrials. They're actually here to help us.
What
And
you
also,
back
and
up a
also,
second? Did
Yes.
you say that they're trying to make the military believe that the Greys are bad?
yeah, the military is trying to get everyone to believe that the Greys are bad entities, but they're actually not, because they're actually the ones that actually created us from the start.
Where did you
So,
get this from? Is this something that you heard from Stephen Greer or somebody like that?
this has been stuff I've been researching for the last 32 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So the Greys, this is interesting. The
Greys,
Greys created us.
yes, absolutely.
How come they
And
don't have
then
beards?
that would have been like the second civilization. But then when we got to the third civilization, the Anunnaki came to Earth, and they genetically modify our DNA, basically, so that we can live up to 130, maybe 150 years if we're lucky, of a lifespan. And because we were created by the Greys from the way back then, we had a lifespan something around, people would be able to live up to about 300 to 400 years old. And,
like my gran, yeah.
And we would have been able to be, stronger and be more smarter and all that. But because now, generation and generation by generation, our DNA has been altered so many times, from the V word, vax, right? Or even altering, that's basically normally what that's used to alter your DNA.
Well, just before because this StreamYard can only hold a certain amount of people, and there's a couple of people that tried to join. I've had to kick them off. But before we let you go, my friend, can you just answer me this? Would you, given should we trust? Should we? So David Wilcock's car that he's about to make, okay?
I would not trust David
No,
Wilcock.
no. Would you get in the car?
I would not get in
If Wilcock was driving it,
I wouldn't.
He's the inventor, so he's driving the car. So would you trust the cock behind the wheel?
Absolutely not. I do not trust David Wilcock. He's a liar. He's a scam, and it's just the stuff he talks about is just absolutely ridiculous, mind-boggling.
Well, Star Galactic Federation.
I used to like him when a long time ago, and so soon he started talking, a lot of. I can't even say the word. You know what I'm talking about.
I know,
the
B word. He's probably one of these people that doesn't, tries to manipulate people against the Greys, and I don't trust him either. Do you know what, Star Galactic Federation? It's been a pleasure, my friend. I'm going to let some other people join.
Come on the show again a bit later on.
I would love to have a one-to-one with you, my friend.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
It's a pleasure talking to you. I forgot your name again.
It's Ollie.
Ollie.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice talking to you, Ollie. And
no, it must be. Is it early there?
What time is it here? It's at 8:10 in the morning.
Well, it's been
it's
been a pleasure, my friend.
I've been up all mornings trying to set up my sky cam, so I'm going to get my sky cam up and running soon. So I'll be looking at the skies every single day.
Keep watching, my friend.
And it'll be live streamed for sure for everyone to watch. Or I'll be providing the link as well later on.
Oh, send me the link on Twitter. I'll put you in the description. I'm sure people will want to go head over, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
All right then, mate.
I'll better let you go, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, darling. I'll see you later, mate. Right. Bye-bye. I just call him darling. I did, didn't I?
You
I
did.
didn't mean to. I didn't mean to call him that. What a pleasant guy. Rich hated him. I think he
I
loved
don't
you,
like
though,
stupid.
Rich.
I think
I
I
think
don't
he.
like
I think
stupid.
he. I think he loved you. I think he liked you.
Don't care.
He's not stupid because he wouldn't get in David Wilcox's car.
I'll give him that.
You get in the car.
You do if Wilcox driving. He invented
Yeah.
it.
But I'm sure he'll have a flying one by then. No, Star Galactic, he's a nice guy, but, when you don't hear what people are saying, and you just have this idea because the P word was mentioned, doesn't mean you called that person the word. It's so goddamn stupid.
Again, Rich, I've not watched. I need to see these videos because are they still
Well, I
up?
removed it out of the video, so you're not going to see it or hear it.
Oh, dear.
And as I'm removing it, I'm like, I shouldn't even do this. I have no desire to do it, but I did it because, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that, that could come back someday. And, I don't want that to happen. So I removed it. I thought I did the right thing, but I also said the right thing. I'm not admitting guilt at all. I've actually used that expression before. So, I don't, he's just playing, what do they call that word? Gymnastics, mental gymnastics. He's good at switching words around. And but after today, after I do my show and say what I have to say about yesterday, I'm done. I'm done with him. I'm done with that chapter, and I'm moving forward. So, whatever.
Well,
I'm done. I'm so tired of it. I know, and I've created a lot of negative drama in this field. It just, after a while, it's nice to have a wake-up call, and I'm glad it happened, but I'm not glad it happened, but it had to happen. So I'm glad for that.
Heather, I appreciate the super chat. Yes, he did not know my name, but he knows my name now. He will not forget it.
He will forget.
He probably will. Bless him. Bless him. Though I'd like to hear more about that room where the door was disappearing.
It sounded like a bad mushroom trip.
No, he said he was a child.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, man. I don't advocate mushrooms for children.
No.
Unless they're very, very naughty.
I'm saddened by this. I really am. I'm saddened by this whole thing. I mean, Rich, Stephen Cambion could just drop on right now because I put the link in the description.
Well, I'll drop right out.
You wouldn't speak to him?
Nope. I have nothing to say. It's all been said. He hears what he wants to hear, and that's that. And I don't see how he can't hear things the way they were actually said. Actually, that's what I'm talking about. He knows what I said. He's just switching it to make me look like the bad guy. That's the game that he plays. It's very smart.
Yeah,
And I've got 10 minutes left here, and I'm definitely checking out at 5 till. So
what time does your show start?
5 after 7. No, in 20 minutes.
20 minutes. I might watch it in bed.
You've already heard it all. You're not going to hear anything new. It's going to be a bad show, boring. William Conundrum's here.
Have you got any videos to take a look at?
No, I haven't had time to set up a show. So I'm just doing probably an hour and getting out.
William Carr, welcome, my friend.
How's it going?
How are you going, mate? You're looking very handsome there with the cigar. You're looking
Thank
a little bit
you.
like...
Yeah, I like Rich's look, so I just kind of winged it, So it's not too bad, eh?
I like your little the thing you put on Twitter with the what's it called? What's that program? Britain's Got Talent.
It's just Got Talent. Yeah. It's actually a TikTok thing. It started on TikTok, and I just happened to have a Twitter account, so I just started posting on Twitter too, because not everybody has TikTok, right? So
you're that guy. I've seen that.
Oh, you're that guy. Uh-oh.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. I've seen that. Did you put it out as shorts on YouTube?
Yeah, so I didn't do it at the beginning because I don't know why. I just farted or something, right? So later, and then the thing, it's really funny. Guys, gotta be careful what you say on your channel. I just posted on my video, right? I caught Alien Girl saying something. She says she wanted to strap on her GoPro, and I was like, there it is. I'm putting that on my video. It's funny. I like it.
There you go, Rich. You got a green
Ollie's
heart
on there now. Oh.
Yeah,
am I
am
lagging
there.
a little bit?
You got a little tiny, just ever so slight, like my friend. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I kind of knew this would happen when you just you sound a little bit like a Sinclair Spectrum there. If anybody knows what one of those is, I used to have one.
Yeah.
I mean, William, we were talking, me and Rich, briefly before the show kind of like
I'm lagging.
off.
Hold on, let's hold my phone up. See if I put it up there. There.
Have you got it up yet? That's what she said.
Yeah. Is it? I just want to make sure I'm not lagging, you know.
No, you're fine, mate. So
right.
do you feel like the drama in the community now is do you feel like it's ever going to stop, or do you think we're bringing it on ourselves? Do you think we're bringing it on ourselves?
It's the law of the universe, my friend. You know, where you have positive, you're going to have a negative. And so maybe it's our law in our universe, you know, you could go down that rabbit hole. But for the most part, I believe it's positive and negative. It's a constant through the universe. You could have positivity out there, you're going to get negative regardless. So is it going to end? Never. Is it going to be them two? Maybe not. But it will be somebody else, somebody doing something stupid, right? Or vice versa, whatever the case may be. Yeah, and it'll never end. So you just got to make do, you know, you do your videos, you do your show, you know, you need people to bring it because just think about it, Ollie. If you didn't have this, what would there to be talked about? You know what I mean? Like, so it's always going to be around. You know, you have David Wilcox. Like, I hope he never stops because, like, Rich and Truth Seekers and everybody else, they do really good videos on them and stuff like that. And it's funny to watch. And I just hope he doesn't stop, right? Because it would be very boring in ufology, you know. So
that is true,
right?
You know, everybody needs a little bit of drama in their life.
You do,
and if you're into the field of ufology, you know, sometimes it can get a little bit boring when you've seen the same old crap over and over again.
That's right. That's right. All right.
So we need the GUFONs and the Cambians of this world to have, yeah.
And that's why I like GUFON. And that's why, you know, and I throw him a couple bucks here and there. Because I like what he does. Steve Cambion, same thing. It just so happens that those two are button heads. You know, it is what it is, I guess. And hopefully maybe down the road it will subside. Who knows?
Well, you've obviously picked a side because you've changed you've got your avatar as the man himself.
Well, I talked to Cambion, and he's, you know, he voiced his opinion, and I just kind of said, you know, I like GUFON. I will never stop watching him, and I like Truth Seekers. I will never stop watching him. And that's it, right? If they, you know, that's them two. They're going at it. It has nothing to do with me. Yeah. I'm enjoying their shows, right? So.
Exactly, yeah. And you shouldn't have to pick a side.
No,
I don't get that about the field.
Right.
Yeah, Rich,
Right?
has some of your audience had a negative reaction against this when it comes to yourself, or has this gone against Cambion?
It's gone against him because he's the one who put the video out. The second one. The first one, I didn't even say anything bad about it. I just let it go because it was okay. It was just me talking with music behind me. But, people have been coming to me and telling me, you have no idea who your friends are, do you? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, Cambion cuts you down every chance he gets, and I just wanted to let you know because I'm looking out for you, but, don't mention my name and all this. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I won't. So when I find that stuff out, and then he puts another video out a couple of months later saying that I am this and I am that, and all that, and it's just not true. I just as other people, like the people I attack, you would think they would say something, and some people do, and I'm a person who's going to stick up for myself in third phase of moon, especially when there's lying going on. And when you give somebody like if you tell them go back 5 years, anything in the last 5 years, and they can't, and they go back 8 years instead, it just shows that they're not honest. They're trying to trick the audience into thinking that this just happened, and it's 8 years ago. It was already admitted. Third phase said everything they had to say about all their mistakes, and that's not good enough, because then he says, that I am being paid to promote a hoaxer, and that's just not true. So I have to say, I have to defend that. So there were some things this time around on top of what I was hearing from his friends who are my friends, who are coming to me behind the scenes, who are now not my friends again because, they've been caught, I guess, leaking information to me. I don't know, but they picked a side, and that's that. And that's fine. But the general feel is I was right. And I haven't had any negative. I've had people say, I'd rather you two be together than apart. It's a shame and this and that. But nobody's really saying you were wrong. Nobody said I was wrong. And I wish people would, because I'd like to know if I was wrong. So at this point, only person saying I'm wrong are him and his friends. And that's that. And they're like, oh, you go after all the other hoaxers, but when it comes to third phase of moon, just because they're paying you, and it's like, that's not it at all. It's not even close to it. And that's again, not doing the research you say should be done in the field. So you're doing exactly what everybody else does, and don't be a hypocrite. You're putting yourself out there to look like a hypocrite, and I'm going to stand up for me and my friends, and that's that. And look, third phase did what they did in the past. They grew the channel. When they realized they were influencing people, they said, holy shit, we didn't realize the impact was this bad. They decided to turn it around 4.5, 5 years ago, whatever it was. And, I was their biggest hater for years. I put all that energy into them. And for me to change and for me to accept them and see that what they're doing now is a lot better than anything that anybody else is doing, except Hidden Underbelly, of course. But, I didn't. People were telling me, including Cambion, you shouldn't be friends with those guys. They're going to make you look bad. They're going to make you look stupid. You're going to lose all your credibility and this and that. And I said, I don't think so. I think I have enough integrity and enough history in the field that the people who know me will follow me, and that's that.
Do you remember the conversation we had? And I think this was going back. How long you worked with Third Phase of Moon now?
3 years.
Yes. Do you remember the conversation we had?
I don't. I might once you start it up for me.
You asked my advice. You said, what should I do? You said, because I've had conversations with Blake and Brent, I like them. He said, I don't like what they've done in the past, but I like what they can be.
Yes.
and you wanted to add to that, and I said to you, do it. I said to you, if I had time, I would do. I would, and I did briefly do a couple of things, but there was no time to do anything. So, so I would have done the same as you. I would have done exactly the same as you, because I like Blake and Brent. Do I like everything they did in the past? No, but were they? Let's be really, really honest now. And I think if you ask Blake and Brent when they first started putting UFO videos out, did they have a clue about UFOs? Did they have a clue about the field? Absolutely not. They didn't have, and I think at some point something happened, because when you see Blake now, and I want to see Brent speak more because about the subject as well, because I bet Brent's knowledgeable. But when you see Blake speak about the subject, he knows what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He can hold a conversation, and if somebody is calling him out for something, or if there's names being mentioned, he can back that up with something else. Like he can bring he knows everybody behind the field, and he knows what they've been up to and what they've been doing. So he's done his research. So he is now very much in the game. He's not just a guy that puts videos out anymore. He's somebody who is very much in the field now.
They're embedded in it.
Yeah.
They're in it. I mean, they talk to Lou Elizondo's manager. You know, he might go on their show eventually. You never know, but it could happen. They still believe it might. And other things, you know, it's just so many things that they're involved in, and so many people they know over the years, because they do have the best interest of ufology in mind now, you know, more than ever. And these people, you know, like Cambion and them, they will never give them a chance. They say, oh, once a hoaxer, always a hoaxer. And I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about. They're not like David Wilcock.
All due
Corey
respect,
Goode.
though, Rich, you say the same thing about Secure Team 10, and I'm friends with Tyler.
What do I say?
Well, you did a video just before I interviewed Tyler, saying that I'd signed a deal with the devil. So you see how it might look from somebody else's point of view.
No, I didn't say. It was a thumbnail.
It was a thumbnail. I did like the thumbnail, but what all I'm saying there is from somebody without knowing these people. I know you've got your issues with Tyler, but they're completely different people. I know that, and I know why you have the issues with Tyler.
It's not even close.
Could I interject though?
Yeah, of course you can, mate.
Because I came into the Third Phase family, and everything that was just been said, that's what made me want to work with with the brothers, because I know their past, and I saw what they were doing, and I saw that civilian sightings needs to be looked at a lot more. And they have now. I had an opportunity to do the same with Tyler, and I chose not to. And I don't trust him.
You shouldn't.
I don't. That's where it's at. And I can show you emails that he sent me asking me to work with him. And that's the reason. I just don't. I'll tell you what, I know we shouldn't say about the past, but there's things that Tyler has done that never sat well with me.
I'm going to get Tyler on with everybody. With GUFON, with Third Phase.
That would be interesting.
No, I'm not interested.
Oh.
It will happen, Rich.
I'm not interested in talking to that scumbag. Hey, look,
The stormtroopers are
now,
coming.
aren't you, Rich?
Yes, yes.
Telemarketers that they
They
get
just
that
heard
large.
you. They just heard you, man.
And look, Mike Rotunda in the chat says third phase of Moon. They just put a documentary out with Greer and it riddled with lies. Well, third phase of Moon didn't say those words. Greer said that shit. And how do you know if it's riddled with lies if you didn't do the research?
It's just
that's what I don't understand. You can't research everything. You can't go down and find out every single thing. And riddled with lies, like what lies?
See, I don't know about Greer, but I know that a lot of my viewers, they don't like him. They don't trust him, and they don't like him. And if Third Phase asked me to show a trailer for their first one, the first documentary they put out, and I happily did. And the flack that I got on that, not because of Third Phase, but because of Stephen Greer.
Yeah.
It just showed that a lot of my viewers, they were very good people, very discerning people. They've helped the channel a lot. And they just came out and were saying, look, this guy is, So I think with that stigma that he has, no matter what, this guy could tell the truth, but people will sit there and say, nah.
Right. I do it too, yeah.
So
I got to get going.
No worries, Rich. The show's going to end soon anyway, mate. But
all right, guys.
Enjoy your show, and
I will not.
We will speak offline. By the way, have you ever owned a PlayStation?
Yeah, of course.
Let alone 3 of them, because you got PlayStation and you top 3 times.
4
times.
4, man.
All right, I'll see you guys. Thank you very much. My show starts in 2 minutes. So
are you wearing the house coat tonight, Rich? Or are you going to be doing the house coat tonight, or
doing the what?
That your house coat, your house coat tonight.
My robe?
Yeah, your robe.
Nah, I think I'll do that tomorrow for the Saturday in the UK show.
Oh yeah, okay.
So maybe I'll robe it up tomorrow.
Yeah, robe it up.
Maybe.
Why
all right.
not?
Thanks.
Have a good show.
Thanks,
Guys, head on over to Rich in literally 5 minutes, 2 minutes?
1 minute, but I'm going to extend it to 10 after so I can go change my shirt and put on makeup. See you guys.
Well, we'll be finished by then. We'll be finished by then, man. I don't want to overlap.
Adios.
Okay, Rich. Bye-bye. Boys, Hidden Underbelly. We need to do a one-on-one. I need to get you back. Have you ever done a face reveal?
That's yes and no. There's twice that I've been on camera. No, actually 3 times. There's 3 times I've been on camera. The first time was when I did an interview for Fox News, which really blew my mind. But I put a hoodie up.
Send me that. You need to.
I can't find it. I cannot find the footage because I said it to somebody else and they were like, wow. And I tried to find, all I can find is the transcript of it. But it does prove that I have been interviewed by Fox News. But no, and there's a promo trailer I did for USAT TV where I do show myself.
Well, mate, do you like? Do you have a beer? Spit it out. Do you have a beer?
A beer. The thing is, I'm kind of teetotal, but I'm.
Oh, good lad. I wish I was.
I'm more partial to 420.
Well, you'll have to come on and have a coffee with me one time, mate, with a face reveal.
I'll come up and have a. Well, you know what? That's not going to be out of the realms. I think I will, but it's not just to make myself famous or anything. It's just that.
Mate, you are famous.
Nah.
People know Hidden Underbelly.
I just want the channel to be famous, not me. But yeah, I'll definitely come up and have a little 420 with you.
Good lad. I'm up for that.
Don't mind getting stoned and talking crap. What's new?
I have not done that in many years. You probably wouldn't want to see an alien addict like that.
Nah, well,
if people think I don't know what I'm talking about on this channel, when I've had four for Australians, then that.
Could I ask you which part of the country you're in, Ollie?
Yorkshire. Leeds way,
All
very
right.
close to Leeds.
I'm in Birmingham, the West Midlands.
Oh right,
Oh, blimey, Birmingham, yeah.
You don't sound like you're from Birmingham.
No, I've travelled a lot. I was born in England, and at the tender age of 5, I went over to America with my mom, and then I came back here when I was 16, 17.
Why come back to this place?
And you end up in Birmingham. Oh,
I know.
Wow.
No,
some
it's
nice
not
places
that
in
bad.
Birmingham.
It's not that bad, yeah. You know Birmingham, Rich?
Yes, yeah. I'm there semi-occasionally.
Okay. My formative years was in Smedic.
Hang
You
around
heard
the
of?
bull ring.
Oh
around there.
yes.
Well, boys, we're gonna bring this show to an end because Rich is about to start his show, and I hate overlapping with shows because I love the man very, very dearly, and I'll be honest with you, Stephen, if you're watching this, I've no idea what's gone on. I like Stephen Cambion. I do like his infectious laugh that Rich did a great impression of as well. I don't know what's gone on off with them two, but it would maybe I'm gonna have to be that person to get that video, that drama video where I get them both on together. God, that would be such a good shouting match.
They could be the new. I reckon they're going to be the new Tyler Lyons Ground.
Now, here's the thing with Rich. So I've known Rich now for about, I think it's coming up 5 years, and if he falls out with somebody, he falls out with them for good, pretty much. Yeah. So
it's a weird world, and it's a weird. I hate to say the word game because it makes it sound less, but I always call it a game because you do fall out with people. There are a lot of very weird people in this game, very weird people, and I've come across a few of them that I would rather see the back of them.
Yeah.
So,
Jen, thank you for the super chat as well, my friend. She's such a good support of the show, and she's been on the channel and hopefully back on the channel again very soon, because I want to bring some of the experiences on all to speak together as one with no drama, just to speak about UFOs and aliens. That would be fantastic. Right, Jen, we appreciate you very much, and I don't know if Tyler has ventured out in the field very much. I'm going to ask him because I'm going to get him back on the show at some point. I'd love to.
Do you think you could get him on the show, Ollie?
He's been on the show
again. I mean, after all this has happened, and
I mean, we speak now and again. You know, we when he went through a real hard time with alcohol,
right?
He spoke to me on many occasions.
Well, that's good.
Like almost, I'm not saying that I was helping him or anything like that, but I would talk to him when he was going through a hard time. So there's there's nothing hidden there. He admitted, he spoke on the channel when I interviewed him about his problem with alcohol. So yeah, he had it was hard for me not to drink while speaking to him. I had to have a coffee. But I'm not. People think I'm a big drinker. I'm not. I have like a few beers on a Friday when I do a show. In the week, I probably don't drink that much at all.
That's good that you say that. I thought you were like a drinker, like a heavy drinker. That's good to know.
No. I
sorry.
Don't get me wrong. If I go out, I go out for leather.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh shit, yeah, bud.
but no. I can take it or leave it. Coffee, on the other hand.
You love your coffee?
I would be a broken man without that. I have to drink about 6 of those a day.
Yeah.
But yeah. William Carr. So Hidden Underbelly people, go subscribe to Hidden Underbelly.
Please don't. Please
I
don't.
will. Yes,
Please don't.
I will be adding him to the description.
Trust me, there's better channels out there.
You are rubbish at promoting yourself.
I try not to, man. I try not to.
Have a luxurious evening. I will have a look. Well, it's almost over, but I'm gonna have another beer. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. William, what are you gonna like? Kind of do something with this, or is it just a bit of fun? It's something.
It's, you know what? It started as a bit of fun, and now it's like I'm thinking I have something here. You know what I'm saying? Like
you definitely do,
my lad.
So I'm just building on it right now, and I'm just building, and now it's going to be like my last. I just posted my full video. Was 17 minutes? I did last season. 17 minutes. That's my old commercials and my own videos.
Well, I will stick the Twitter in the description, my friend.
Excuse me.
People can go check you out and find you.
It's all linked and stuff. So if you go to my Twitter, my YouTube's on there. If you go to my YouTube, my Twitter's on there, and vice versa, right? So
any links you want to send me, mate, you send them over. Rich, and that magic number N, the massive N. You are a mysterious man. We all know the rumors are out there that you work in a base in the UK. You won't admit it. I understand that.
No, I don't. I work in a very boring office.
For the Ministry of Defense.
This is what he says, people.
MOD.
Stop it.
I've seen you, Rich. I've seen you.
No, you haven't.
On a serious note, though, Rich is very much one of you guys that are in the chat. You guys on Twitter that are really interested in the field. I've known you now, Rich, for years, absolutely years.
Yeah.
You've been. Were you originally here when it was Elvis 51 and not Alien Addict?
No, I think it was definitely Alien Addict.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, you're not that loyal then.
I remember watching the parties going on in your house, the live streams and things like that.
You have been here for a long
funny.
time. I don't even know if they're still up. I think I deleted them. If not, go back through the channel, people. You might find some ammo. But yeah, Rich's Twitter is in the description. People, go check it out because he put some great stuff out there. And he's got some. You've got some articles that you've done yourself.
Yeah, just on the blog. That's all.
Yeah, that's what they call book blog.
Paradigm Parachute. It's on WordPress.
Yep. And you're going to be doing it every now and again. You're going to drop some gems, aren't you, Rich, in your spare time?
Yeah. Just really thoughts on the UFO community and resilience, and making sure that we have our ducks in line and our health, and we protect each other and look after each other. That's what I'd like to see.
Go follow Rich, people. I'm going to end the show now because I think Rich is literally starting. So if anybody isn't already going to head over to GUFON, it's in the description. Go ahead over to GUFON. Good night. God bless, people. Mind the bugs, don't bite. I'm Alien Addict. Like, share, and subscribe, and all that jazz.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, you're welcome.